Hey guys, Ron here. I finally got some sleep. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm trying a new experiment. This system with just this cheap 1050 card. I'm just fooling around with Bitcoin mining. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this and not contribute to the glutton of overpriced GPUs and contribute to the market. So I've been going through the Want Press and Craigslist. I'm going to try and find as many used graphics cards as I can and see if I can get this up to, I'm just fooling around, and it's been a day. It's been like $3.36. So I figure if I switch to one of the other coins, it'd be even more profitable. But with Bitcoin, I'm just experimenting, trying to figure it all out. But I think with old used graphics cards, I can get this thing up to about $30, $40 a day without contributing to the overpriced glutton of graphics cards that the people are shorting the market and you know, ripping everyone off, raising the prices go up on these things. So that's the new experiment for today, and I'm just going to use this system. Right now I'm using this system with a 2 gigabyte $80 card, and it's working. So I figured I'll grab a couple of cards. I got a guy coming tonight, Wednesday. He's going to deliver a couple of used cards that I bought for actually nice cards. A 1070 I bought for $100, and an R9 I think for $70. These are the same cards that are $400 on Amazon. So I'm working on that. This guy's all done, and this arm is working great for the editing system, so it's coming together pretty good. All right, guys. So I haven't been I've been off the scene a couple of days. Took a holiday off. Took a day to sleep. So later on, I'll hook up these cards. I'll show you these cards when they come, and then I'll hook them up and see how they do. I think I can fit 4 graphics cards in here. But it's interesting. It doesn't use the CPU hardly at all, minimal. And I mean, if this works, I'll put together a rig with a cheap 6-card motherboard and put in 6 used cards that I can find. And why not? You know, I might be able to work this thing up to some money. Free electricity, so not a problem. All right, guys. Out for now. I'll be checking back with you guys later. All right, nothing else new and exciting here. Actually, got rid of a bunch of junk, so it's good. Been selling like crazy. Alright, guys, out for now. I'll check in tonight. It's actually tonight, and that's about 5:20. I wonder what time it is, though. Alright, so I'll check back with you guys. Oh, that's the other thing. This thing has got GPU working at about 99% all the time, and it's running at about 70 degrees centigrade, about 160 once it warms up constantly, consistently, non-stop. And the fan's usually up to about 1700 RPM. So I can see why they get noisy and why they draw a lot of power. I think there's a way around that too. I'll check back with you, but I found this is interesting. And it's doing logarithms the whole way. I've made a lot of money so far, look at that. For doing nothing. For thinking. So Bitcoin went up to $5 grand, went down to 4,800. I think today it's $4,400, which is nuts. I mean, 6 months ago it was like $700, and a couple of years ago they were 50 cents. So you never know. So it's worth looking into. So this turned out to be a nice system here. It can also display here, and this guy can display here, and the Cody box can display here, and this guy can also go on the VGA, and the editing system strictly dedicated to this little swing around monitor. So that's the excitement for the day. Again, I always think of stuff after I put the camera down and go, okay, I'm out of here. But I'm back. Alright, guys. Hey guys, Ron here. So I'm going to show you on Craigslist what I found, and the guy's going to bring it over in a little bit. So here's what I found. R9 270 2 GB card. There's two of them. Let me see. XFX R9 270 2 GB and the Gigabyte R9 270 WindForce 2 GB. And I can get them both for like 140 bucks. Less than a year old. I talked to the guy a little while ago. So you can't beat that. He's not gouging. You know, there are guys on here gouging because of all the shortage of graphics cards. They're asking like $200 over list price for a lot of these cards. But if you scour the ads and find some of these, I mean, they're not bad. They're not the worst or the best cards, but the Gigabyte is $299 on Amazon used, and the XFX is actually more. It's like $325. So I mean, how can you beat that deal? So that's the way to shop. I always tell you guys, you know, do your homework. Don't pay retail, especially with cars and equipment. Equipment, you know, you got to test it out and check it and talk to the guy and see how you feel about the way he sounds, you know. But that's the way to buy. All right, we'll be back when these pieces come in. I'll show you what's going on. All right, guys, out for now. Hey guys, Ron here. So here's my experiment of the day. I grabbed a couple of graphics cards the right way. What I'm trying to do is, I'm benchmarking, I'm marking them here for mining. What I'm trying to do for mining is not contribute to the gouging of the market and buying these cards. So I go through Craigslist and I found a couple of cards. I'm benchmarking. This is the old card that I took out of there. Standby. So I was able to grab this card. The guy bought it less than a year ago. Only used it for gaming for a little bit. I was able to get this card, R9 270X. It's only 2 gigs. That's, I think for mining that's not bad. It's got the bandwidth and everything. And I was able to get this FX, whatever this is, whoever makes this thing. So the guy wanted 200 bucks for both cards. I got him to deliver them and gave him 130 for both. So that's even cheaper than, way cheaper than used on Amazon. That Gigabyte card on Amazon used is $249 to $279, and this card, XFX, these are expensive on Amazon. Newer used, like $299 to $379. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to keep going through the papers and finding these things, and that's the way to buy. So I'm benchmarking it. We'll see what happens. This is my experiment. If this works and it's worth it, I'll build an open rig, probably right on top of that desktop over there in that corner. Yank all that stuff off of there on that desktop, build it right on there. And for me, electricity is free, so that's not a problem. And we'll play with it, see what happens. But I don't feel bad about gouging the graphics card market, because that's getting that ridiculous. See, some of these guys have 13, 14, 15, and they got another 10 graphics cards put away. That's crazy to spend all that money on those cards, unless you're going to do like 24/7, like 30 rigs. Doesn't make any sense. Plus, it's killing the graphics card market. So my idea is to buy up all the used ones. It's helping out the guys that want to get rid of these things, and that's not hurting the market. As a matter of fact, it's helping. So I'll keep you posted as how this goes. Alright, so here I am tearing this stuff apart again. Let's see what we got. Alright guys, out for now. So I was experimenting with this card, which is the one I was using when I built the system. And it was bringing about 60 cents a day. But that's the experiment. I want to see how these do. And then if it's worth it, I'll put together a rig that's just got old used cards all over the place. Already this card is bringing the numbers way up. It's still benchmarking. So I'll keep you posted. You know, this mining stuff's weird, but I don't like that it's detracting from PC builders and gamers and stuff. But it's something to look at, and you never know. The way the numbers are going, you can make some money. Be fun. The other thing that's interesting is back in the day when we talk about building a computer, Today we don't build computers, we assemble them. In the day we used to solder chips right in sockets right onto the board, run the track, actually build the computer. Today it's just assembling all this stuff, just plugging in cables. Not that complicated, Alright, I'll be back. I'll be back, maybe. Alright guys, out for now. Hey guys, Ron here. So, interesting. With this card, which is an NVIDIA, you could just go to Hash Miner 2 and it just loads up and runs. This card's AMD. Had to run all kinds of drivers and bin files, zip files, but I got it to work. So this card was bringing 48 to 52 cents a day. Just this one card. It's bringing I think 160. Hang on a second. It's bringing right now. It's I think it's 180. Let me see. $1.80. But it changes depending on which algorithm it's doing. Right now it's 161. Right now it's doing 161. The CPU is doing 60 cents and the GPU is doing about 93 cents. So it's actually 163 right now. And that's not bad for buying a used card, 2 used cards for $100. So you figure if that card's doing that, $1.60. So if you get 6 of those cards going, 6, 4, it's 10, a little over $10. $300 a month, it's worth it almost. I'd like to get it up to like 900, but that's crazy. It's worth looking into. So I'm going to actually order a 6 PCI slot motherboard and just 4 gigs of RAM, cheap RAM. You don't need much. And the cheapest $39 Intel CPU. And pop that all together. And then pop all these boards on there. And I got Windows on one of these USB drivers. I got copies of Windows everywhere. Load Windows on there. And just let it sit there and run. I'm going to build it into a tabletop open. Just a bunch of fans and just see what happens. Worst case, I just use it as another supercomputer. Rapid Special. Alright guys. I think that's it for now. I'm not sure. If anything exciting happens, I'll make sure to get hold of you guys. Oh, I got rid of the one Inspire. Now I got Inspire 2 on the way, so I'm going to modify the Osmo so it can use the better camera. That should be intense. Alright. Oh, also I got another new drone. Check it out. I'll be right back. Stand by. Yeah, so here's the new drone. It's a silver bullet Brookstone helicopter with controller. Somebody actually sent it to me. I don't even know who. But this is the kind of stuff I like. These are fun for indoors. These are cool. So I'm going to get that out and start playing with it later too. I'll give you an update on that. And everything else is looking good. Alright guys. If nothing burns and blows up, I'll talk to you later. Out for now. Happy flying. Hey guys, Ron here. Still working on this idea. So I figured it out. Actually I had to add a second 6-pin to this. This card's pretty good. It's an XFX R9 200. Older card, but it's really decent. And that's it over there. I'm re-benchmarking the mining stuff. And I'm working on something over here. And the shells are looking pretty good these days. So listen, here's what I came up with. I figured out a way to build a mining rig for like a couple $100. Got an ASRock 100 motherboard that takes 6 PCI slots. Got 6 risers. Got an extra power supply, so I can have 2 power supplies on it. Intel 7th generation CPU, $39. 1 RAM stick, $49. 4 gig DDR4. And that should be enough to put this thing together. Take an old hard drive, just plug in like one of these old laptop drives. Plug that in there, load Windows on that, and I'll build this thing on a flat table. Probably the toy table over there. and it'll have 2 power supplies, motherboard, the 6 risers, and I'll grab all these old, actually not old, all these graphics cards I got laying around. And the one that the guy sold me today, I got another one coming Saturday, found in Craigslist. I'll show you that one. It's brand new in the box, GeForce 980, and a power supply for $100, $140 actually delivered. He's delivering it, so I'll give him some extra money for delivering it. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works. And if I don't like it and it takes up too much time, I got another computer we can use. So no loss anywhere around. Plus these graphic cards, I'm sure I can sell them for a profit. Not gouge people, but make a few bucks on them. Alright guys, so I'm going to put this together, edit this tape, see what's going on. This is a Nerdphilia. She's a gamer from Sweden. Very funny. Very, very clever. Very funny. She likes to build computers. She's an interesting character. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Supposed to look at a 55 T-Bird this weekend. I'm trying to grab that. I think it was in one of my videos, the yellow one with the white top, hard top. I'm going to try and grab that. And if you notice, I got the cover off of this because at one point that GPU was running, that graphics card was running at 75 Celsius, almost 80 Celsius. It was 160 degrees. I took the top off, even with all the fans. As soon as I took the cover off, it dropped 20 Celsius degrees. So it was pretty cool, literally. Alright guys, later. Ciao for now. Happy flying, and I'll see you guys probably Friday. No, tomorrow. And then Monday all these parts are coming, so I'm going to put this mining rig together. Oh, this mining thing, with AMD it turned into a pain in the neck. Had to load all kinds of drivers and run all kinds of benchmarks. And it wouldn't recognize the AMD GPUs. Had to go through a bunch of software hassles, but got it done. Alright guys, ciao. Happy flying. See ya.